Hello, and welcome back to Exploration and Tactics with Brian. I am in a new location relative to last time. The end portal is actually right down there inside the stronghold. Last time, at the end of the episode, I was searching around in deserts, trying to find some underground caves that would hide something new, apparently. And I was unsuccessful at that. I ended up spending a couple hours off camera looking in all kinds of caves in the desert and also just digging down in random places in deserts. And I was unsuccessful at finding anything new. People said I would know it when I see it, and I didn't see anything that seemed particularly out of the ordinary. So today I am out in a boat, and I have a few different goals that we might be able to accomplish today. One is, if I do find more deserts, we're kind of out exploring a new piece of the world that I've never explored before. If I do find more deserts, we might do some more caving in the desert in order to try to discover whatever it is that I'm looking for that can be found underground in the desert. Another thing that I still want to find is a jungle so that I can get cocoa beans, so that I will be able to do things with dyes. For example, if I ever want a brown shulker box, I think I won't be able to do that until I actually get a cocoa bean. So I'd really like to find that. It does look like there's more desert over there. And so I might hop across the savannah and head over there in a bit. So I'd like to find a jungle. I'd like to find the underground desert thing. Another thing is if we find another village that has a cartographer. I'm in kind of a different neck of the woods relative to... Basically, I'm very far to the southwest of spawn. Last time I went very far to the northeast of spawn in order to find the village and then go looking for the woodland mansion thingy. And so if I find a different village over here, my guess is that a cartographer might offer me a map that is going to take me into a different woodland mansion. And I would like to explore another one because apparently the rooms inside are kind of randomized and so you can find different things. So I want to do that. This is definitely a big desert over here, and so I'm going to look for caves. Yeah, here's a cave. Just to do some, alright, maybe it's not really a cave. Some basic spelunking. And see if possibly I can find the underground desert thing. And finally, while I'm doing that spelunking, if we find more dungeons, I would really like to have a mending book so that I can put it on my elytra wings. Because, well, I don't know, obvious reasons. I'm not using the elytra right now for two reasons. One is the lack of the mending book, and so I'm worried about kind of using up its durability. And the other is that I have plans for how to make a gunpowder farm, basically by making like a mob spawning area that will spawn only creepers. That I think will actually work. Do I have any coal on me right now? I do not. So let's get out the fortune pick and actually mine up some coal. And so at some point after I return home, I'm going to try to build a mob spawner that can get me tons of gunpowder, which I can then use for fireworks rockets, which I can then use for powering the elytra. And so hopefully after I get lots of gunpowder and lots of gunpowder and the mending book, then hopefully I will be able to just kind of like fly around the overworld kind of relatively at will for any future exploration that I want to do. And so those are my hopes and dreams. But for right now, I'm just going to do some more caving underneath the desert. I'll bring you guys back if there's anything interesting. Whoa! An Enderman just touched a block and all that sand just fell through. That's cool. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen randomly before. Wow! There was a lot of sand that just fell, too. Oh, neat, and there's a stick from where it probably fell on one of the little shrubs. Good job, Enderman. That was kind of exciting, actually. Hey, guess what? I heard skeletons below the surface, and I believe I found a dungeon that I think I can expose to sunlight. Yeah, right there. That'll work. So let's go ahead and get some sunlight down there. It's actually about... Oh, crap. You surprised me, skeleton. It's actually about to turn nighttime. Yeah, so let me quickly sleep in a bed, and then we'll head down there and explore. Alright, the bed has been slept in. Let's take a peek at what we got. It appears to be skeleton spawner, and these guys are doing a good job of hiding from me. I bet if I... Let's see, they're like right under here. I bet if I dig down like right here or so, I'll be like right in the center of the spawner. And get some better light in here. Didn't do a very good job of finding the center, but oh well. I have good bow and arrow, and I'll probably get some more arrows from killing a few of these guys. So let's go ahead and spend some. Just like so. Hop down here. Hey, buddy. Hiya! Hiya! Are there no chests in here? I just realized I didn't take a very good look when I came down into the spawner, but I don't think there's any chests. Which makes me a little bit sad. Because I want chests. I want to find a mending book. And this is not helping me find it. Skeleton! Why do you have no chests? Why do you taunt me so? Alright, I will get a little bit of extra gunpowder from the looting on the creepers, so that's good. Because even though eventually I plan to make a gunpowder farm, it's nice to have a little bit of extra to start things off. I'm going to grab one of these to remind me that I found a skeleton spawner. I'm trying to keep track still of all the spawners that I find, so that I can just kind of keep a count of them all at home. But that was that. Let's continue to explore. A couple of desert caves later, and I have found another spawner. Kind of surprised me because I was going downstairs and then saw monsters falling on me from above, and they were coming from here. Hello, zombie. So this one's a zombie spawner. And I just want to go ahead and light up this area. It looks like it's about to dead end. Yeah, alright. But let's see. This one actually has some chests in it. So let's see if I happen to get lucky with a book. I got a book. It's Protection 3. That's still a pretty nice book. And how about this one? No book in this one. Alright, fair enough. I will take all of these things. I have some shulker boxes along with me, and one of my shulker boxes contains an ender chest, which contains a silk touch pick, and I think maybe also contains my other shulker boxes, I don't remember. And so I have a whole lot more storage space available than it might look like at first glance. So don't sweat it. Ooh, I see a bunch of enderman sparkles over here. And, oh crap, a bunch of creepers. I was kind of hoping to use the creepers to blow some guys up over there. There's a lot of monsters here, actually. I'm a little bit surprised. I wonder if this means this is the only kind of cave really nearby this spot, or what's going on. I think it is still daytime, so that probably influences the number of monsters I'll find in the caves here. Hello. Ouch. Alright. Yeah, you can do that. I feel like I hear another skeleton. Oh, it's the one that I saw over here, right? Alright, you can go away. Darn it. Ah, I don't want you to blow up. I want to take your gunpowder. Thank you. Alright, and despite the fact that I'm wearing all diamond armor, like, I'm being, especially with thorns, pretty casual about all the hits that I'm taking. And I'm sure it's doing a lot of durability damage. It's funny how your opinion of Enderman changes after you've been to the end and defeated the dragon. Used to be every time I saw one, I was like, ooh, a chance at an Ender Pearl. And now it's like, yeah, there's 3 of them here, and I don't really care. They're just kind of in my way. I got distracted by a phone call, and then the laundry needed to come out of the dryer, and trying to get back into the swing of things, I had to pause things kind of right in the middle of the action, which is always a little bit dangerous. Okay, we have a giant ravine here. I believe I'm still underneath the desert. I am. And I don't know that I see any signs of anything exciting anywhere in here. So I'm probably going to head back up to the surface. People said that once I found whatever it is I'm looking for, I would know it. So I'm assuming that it's going to be something that I'll be able to, like, see far away. Like, the Woodland Mansion really took me by surprise in terms of being a huge structure. So I'm imagining it's going to be something else that's reasonably big. It's nighttime as I return to the surface. The pickaxe I'm using has mending on it, and so I was thinking perhaps I'll shoot a bunch of bad guys at range. Oh, right, husks. Haven't seen you guys in a little while. Yeah, and then leave all the experience on the ground, and then I can hold my pickaxe and run over and pick it up and get some of it converted back into some durability on the pickaxe. Seems like a reasonable thing. And yeah, my bow is in fine shape. I don't expect to be running out of bow durability anytime soon. So yeah, that's a nice little way to kind of heal that back up. I just came around the corner and I see not one but 2 desert pyramids. And I think pyramids possibly also could have a mending book in it. That didn't occur to me as a structure that I would be finding out here that could be of use to me. Just quickly running through here to see if it's also going to be a cave. It looks like it's just kind of like a little surface through cave. It's not really going anywhere. I'm going to this one first because I'm trying to head that way is still south, and I'm trying to head further to the south. I happen to be wearing, I keep forgetting about it, boots that are Depth Strider 3, which is pretty convenient for crossing rivers and such. Let's check out this pyramid together and hope that it doesn't blow up. Quickly look around. I don't hear or see any monsters. So we ought to be able to just head down here. Oops. When this happens, I think if you place a block... Yeah, there we go. That'll bring the block back. Wish they'd fix that. Alright, and do we get anything exciting in here? Frostwalker 1, that's a little bit exciting. I don't have any Frostwalker yet. And otherwise, kind of average stuff. Let me put down a shulker box and gather up all of this. Now let's move on to pyramid number 2 and see what we've won in this one. Once again, seems quiet for the moment. I think I can just hop down here. Thought I saw some green in the corner, so I want to take a quick look. And maybe I was making it up. Seems like we're safe. Let's head down into this one. Ah, did it again. There we go. Darn efficiency pickaxes. And buggy game. Can I do this? Oops. Alright. Can I... There we go. Ugh. What a pain in the neck. I am taking the TNT out of the bottom as well, by the way. So let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. Oh, it doesn't fit in my inventory because I have other miscellaneous crap that I... Oops, I wanted that. Come back! Come back, TNT! Ooh, some emeralds. That's kind of nice. Yeah, usual kind of stuff. Knockback 1 is not too exciting. Alright, but let me use my shulker boxes to organize all this. Hey! Just exiting that pyramid, look what I see. It's a village! Let's go see if there's a cartographer. Let's pick up a few things along the way. Yeah, I don't have a ton of wood on me. Wood is obviously easy to harvest, but while I'm running through the desert, I've just been breaking the shrubs to get sticks, because the only thing I really need the wood for right now is for making torches, and so when I gather some free sticks, that's been keeping my torch supply up pretty well. This looks like it might be a little village. I can't quite tell yet. In any case, I think this is possibly the house with the books. No, this is like the big kind of like mansion house. Alright, who do we got? We have no one in here. We have leatherworker, cleric, and armorer. Okay. We have... Hey, cartographer, here we go. Okay, 25 paper. Okay, I can go ahead and start this guy's trades. It's a fresh day because I just slept away the night inside the pyramid. This might be worth it. Let me double check and see if there's any other cartographers here, just in case some of them might have better deals or something. I see, this is like the house that the librarian and cartographer would live in. They're leather worker. I think that's probably going to be the only cartographer in this village. I do believe that I stored a bunch of stuff in my ender chest that could be of use to me right now. So let's actually get the ender chest out and take a look at that, because I might be able to execute a bunch of trades pretty quickly here. Although I don't know that I have any redstone anywhere. Well, we'll take a look. So, inside here, I have an ender chest, and inside the ender chest, yes, I brought all the sugarcane with the idea that if I ran into a cartographer, I could quickly make a bunch of paper and get in on the sweet deals with him. And so, is there anything else I would need the sugar for? I don't think so, and this is replaceable. So let me just go ahead and turn this all into paper and see how much I can trade you for. So let's do that. And let's just get all the emeralds that we can right now, because emeralds will be useful for buying other things and unlocking other trades. Great. And so what trades do you have now? Right, the compass, unless I have the redstone, I'm going to get into trouble, and I don't know that I actually have any redstone. Did I store any of it? I think these are just empty shulker boxes that I have for like extra storage over here. Yeah, they are. So that was the one thing I didn't think about. A compass for moving forward in the trades. And so maybe I'll go downstairs and just try to get enough. Yeah, I guess one piece of redstone. Gosh, did I really not find... Actually, I might have redstone. I don't remember finding redstone, actually, in any of the thingies that we opened up, the dungeons. Alright, so I might be able to find redstone in a dungeon, too, in order to be able to make the compass and unlock the next trade. But I think I will stick around here briefly and try to do some trading with this guy. So, see you when I see you. After a bit more desert caving, I finally managed to get down to the level where I could find some redstone. There's also some lapis here. And these days I do a fair bit of enchanting, and so having some more of that would be good as well. But let's try to grab the redstone without having it all go away on me. And I probably don't need that much, honestly. Ooh, my inventory's full. I don't need a dandelion. 7 redstone, that would make 7 compasses. I should probably be fine with that. So I think we'll head back upstairs and go visit those villagers once again. Okay, returning to the village, I noticed that my shield is getting pretty low, and so I'm also going to kill some sheep. Let's make sure I hit the sheep and not the villagers, so that I can make a banner and repair my shield. I mean, there's other ways I could repair my shield. I have plenty of iron. I could just make a new one. But I like the idea of making a banner and repairing it for whatever reason. And then I'll have a shield with the color on it. But where did the cartographer go? I would like to trade him some some compasses. Let me see if I can find him again. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Yes, you want compasses. And I can now make compasses, provided that I get out my iron, which I think is sitting in here. No, I have more irony iron sitting somewhere. There we go. I've only got 8 of it handy. Alright, that's fine. We can just make 2 compasses and see what... Ah! Oh my gosh. And even if I did have the compasses, I don't have my redstone on me either. Alright, I know how to craft. Don't worry. I know I'm looking like a fool here standing in front of you, but totally it can be worth your while. Look at this. 2 amazing compasses that I know you want to trade. Alright, so let's see what opens up next. Some more white sheep over there. Next up, 8 for an empty map. Okay, so I'm going to have to give you some emeralds, and I think they're all in my ender chest right now. So let me do that next. This is quite the little juggling act. Alright, so I'll give you 8 emeralds. And you will give me an empty map, and then are you going to give me a new trade? Yes, looks like it. There we go. Ocean Explorer map. Woodland Explorer map number 3. Great. 28 and a compass. I'm going to need to cook up more iron for the compass. Actually, no, I have iron in here. And 28. I only have 21 emeralds. So I'm going to need to get more emeralds. There are clerics around, and so I think I can probably trade some rotten flesh to the clerics. And so let's plan to do that. Let's go ahead and get the compass ready to go. And let me go try to find the clerics and see what we can do there. Alright, but before I do that, I have to go ahead and make my banner. I just want it. White banner. There we go. Shield. Together with banner. Combine into... Oh! It no longer restores the durability. Fascinating. Alright, well, I learned something. I guess that was kind of an exploit, it feels like, or whatever. Can you repair these just with wood? I guess you need to do that on an anvil, wouldn't you? Alright, well, I do have one more ingot separate somewhere, I think. Yeah, in this box. So I guess let's just go ahead and make myself a new shield. And I'll start using the new shield, and I killed a bunch of sheep, and I'm just going to throw this away. Because I don't feel like holding on to it. In any case, I got distracted. Let me go find the clerics and see if I can earn myself some emeralds. I believe there was one in here. No, where? I'm pretty sure I saw a cleric somewhere. Where was he? I don't know that there's actually a cleric anywhere in this village. There's a bunch of leather workers, but I don't have the leather, and there aren't cows nearby. There is a butcher, and there are a bunch of pigs. And I do have a looting sword, and so I guess I'm going to go kill a bunch of pigs in order to do that. There's also some sugarcane, and so I might be able to make a little bit more paper. So I could work on that as well. But let me see if I can scrounge up some other emeralds in a relatively quick and straightforward way. Ooh, there's also a toolsmith, and he will take coal, and I have lots of coal socked away, so let me go grab some of that. And an armorer. This guy's taking 23 coal per. And let's see. My coal is probably mostly stored away. I've got 64 coal right there. Yeah, and then lots of blocks of coal here. So yeah, this will definitely be enough for trading. If it's like 20 something, I'm going to need 8 more of these. So I'll probably need a few stacks of coal. So let's go ahead and grab some of this just to turn it into more coal and then see who had the best deal. You were 23 and you were... Where did the other guy go? This guy's only 22. All right, so let's buy some emeralds from this guy. All right. I got 4 more emeralds, and so I still need 3 more, I think, so I can make some more coal. All right, this guy is not quite as good of a deal, but he happens to be standing right here, so we'll use him. Okay, and so that gives me 7 emeralds, plus 21 emeralds is 28 emeralds, and then I think this is the cartographer running off into the desert. Hey, buddy. Right, Woodland Explorer map number 3, 28 emeralds and a compass. Great. Let's grab that. And I imagine it's going to show me the closest one to where I am, and I'm in like negative positive, and previously I was like in positive negative, and so I'm hoping that it's going to take me far that way. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out. The sun's about to go down, so let me sleep away the night. All right, so it's fresh morning, the moment of truth. Let's take a look at this map. That does look like a different location than I previously found the thingy. And I'm currently on the bottom right of this one, which means I would have to head northwest, which would be that way. All right, and so do I want to go heading for that right now? Or do I want to head home? Or do I want to try to circle around and find a jungle still? I'll have to make some choices, but in any case, this is good because it appears that we're going to get to our second woodland mansion at some point in the future. Let me also check out how much footage I already have for today. Looks like we still have a little bit of time. In order to get here, I traveled mostly south and a little bit to the west. And now it seems like I'm going to have to go north and west in order to find the mansion. And so we'll head some northwest. And then, depending upon if we come across the mansion quickly, we might just head over there and visit it. And if not, then I might just circle back around to the east and try to get back to spawn. And we'll do a separate trip in order to go visit the next woodland mansion once again. But it looks like I'm traveling through more deserts as I do this. And so, yeah, I guess along the way, if I see any other caves, I will continue to hop downstairs and look for whatever mysteries we might find underneath the desert. Well, I ended up reaching an ocean, and so I've been sailing to the northwest, and my z-coordinate is just crossing 0 now, so I'm kind of near spawn along that axis back over there. But this way, we still have gotten nowhere to move us to the northwest, or sorry, so that we're no longer in, I guess, the southeast corner of that map, so we still need to travel further to the northwest. But it does look like there's another desert out here. I was really hoping I was going to come across a jungle when I sailed across this ocean, but it doesn't look like it is meant to be. I have a feeling this is probably a good place to go ahead and call it. And next time we will continue exploring more deserts, continue exploring to the northwest, trying to find a good location on our map. And yeah, see if we can find a jungle somewhere along there as well. So I guess I will just sit down at bed here for tonight and say that I hope that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Exploration and Tactics with Brian. Bye-bye.